Welcome, everyone. It's another episode of hashtag On Point with Dr. Pam. And I have one of my favorite people here with me, Karen Theimer. And she changes lives. If you ever felt like you were spinning and spinning, similar to being on a hamster wheel, you've got to meet Karen. She coaches her clients, and she has some ways to bring in laughter and humor, because sometimes when we grow, it gets serious. But Karen knows how to balance that and help her clients start living the life that they've always dreamed. Karen, it's so good to see you.
I love the introduction, and thank you, Pam, for having me on here today. And I'm super excited to share my story and any tips and tricks that may help somebody out there in the audience listening. So thank you.
Yeah, it's I've enjoyed every second since we met. Mm-hmm. And I think one of the best parts about you is that you keep it real.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't know how to keep it any other way.
Right?
I've tried being somebody else, and it's hard, right? So it's so much easier just to be yourself and be true to who you are. And Pam, I always love chatting with you because we always laugh, and that's what life is about in so many ways.
That's so true. It's If we can help others, and that's what you do. So now tell us a little bit. I know you're a registered massage therapist, and I know you've been in the health and wellness industry for 15 years. Let our audience know a little bit about your journey.
Wow. So in my past life, I actually worked with dogs for 23 years. I called myself a canine beautician because whenever I mentioned dog grooming, people would be like, what's that? Anyway, so I did that for 23 years, and I got burnt out, and my body was falling apart. And I thought, okay, if I reach 40 and still dog grooming, I don't know what I'm going to do. My body will fall apart faster, and massage is a lot easier on your body. So I decided at the age of 40 to go back to school, right? Because I thought, well, I don't have a university degree. I lasted, I think, in college about 3 months until, they went on strike and shut down. But that was back in the day. And I thought, like, what am I going to do? Like, I don't have the education to do anything else, right? So then I was like, you know what? I was fascinated in how my massage therapist was working on me, right? Like I would have shoulder pain and he'd work on my hips or on my feet. And I'd be like, I don't get it. I'm coming in with shoulder pain and you're working on somewhere else, right? But it would make the pain go away. So fast forwarding.
That must have to do with that the body's all connected.
Right? I didn't know any of that stuff back in the day. I just knew I had shoulder pain and somebody make it go away, right? So I decided
I want everyone to understand, way back, like 10 or 15 years ago, a similar, maybe 20, I went to the chiropractor. This is maybe even 20 years ago. And I had hip pain, and the chiropractor pushed on a spot on my back, and he's like, where do you feel that? And I was like, in my hip. And so you know what he did? Karen, he sent me to a massage therapist. So yeah, okay, go ahead. I had
yes, massage therapist. So, but it's all connected, right? And every perfect, like there's so many things to the body, but I'm not gonna get into too much detail with that. But it makes sense, right? So anyway, went back to school. And when I loved it, and I was afraid to go back to school, especially at the age of 40. Like I had bad school habits back in the day, right? Didn't care about school.
I just a lot of us did.
Yeah, and I just wanted to hang out, and back in the day I wanted to party. So anyway, but now it was like, okay, you're 40. Let's take this a little bit more seriously, right? And plus, I think when you find something you really enjoy, it makes it so much easier, right? So went to school, graduated, and I think it was about 2 years into my career, I started noticing, actually, no, I think I was in school and I was really tired all the time. And I thought it was school. Then I found out I had hypothyroid issues. Okay, yeah, give me medication. Let's make it, just give me back my energy, right? 2 years after I graduated, I found out I had cancer. And that was my biggest wake-up call. I was a big smoker. I ate fast food like it was going out of style. I loved my carbs. I still love carbs, but, in moderation, right? So I found out, but that literally was like a holy crap moment, right?
Right.
Like, okay, maybe it's time to take this a little bit more seriously. So I quit smoking. I ended up actually going back to school to become a holistic nutritionist. I learned that from one of my mentors, I learned that nutrition can actually heal your body. I had no idea, right? I just knew you shouldn't eat Big Macs and, all that. But a lot of people, like me, like a lot of people out there, you know that certain things are bad for you, but we don't really actually know why. Right. So now I started learning about nutrition, which started me on my journey. Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Yeah.
And so where are you in that cancer journey? You look healthy and well.
Yay. So I didn't know how fast to go here, but I'm 12 years. I say I'm a cancer thriver because that means I like saying that instead of a survivor, because to me, I learned the difference about, when you say you're a survivor, it means you're still living in the past and I want to move forward. Right. So anyway, so I've been 12 years cancer free. But it really did get me on this journey. And am I going too fast here?
No, I misspelled nutrition. I misspelled
That's
nutrition.
So funny. That's okay. I don't think anybody's judging.
Like, let me get that off the screen.
Oh my gosh, I never even noticed. That's hilarious.
Now we understand why people have full production studios. Anyway,
right?
No, you're not. It's a perfect pace. All right, go on.
Because I'm like looking at this and I'm like, gosh, wait a minute. I don't know. It's all good. It's all good. It's okay. I never noticed that there was a spelling error. So there you go.
Right.
But I don't even know where I was. Oh, right. Cancer. Right. Right. So anyway, I went back to school, became a holistic nutritionist. And then, I started to grow and fast forwarding a little bit. I was turning 50. I'm going to kind of now jump, a few years now. And when I was turning 50, I thought, okay, this is how the first part of my life looked like, right? How do I want to live the second? Because my God, life goes by fast, right? Like it's like you blink a blink of an eye and you're 50. It's like, what the hell? Right. And I don't know about most women out there, but when you hit 50, things change, right? So, hormones, your body, emotionally, that kind of stuff. Maybe you're an empty nester, anyway. But what ended up happening is life threw me another curveball at 50 and I became single. I was married for, 15, 16 years or whatever. Anyway, and I became single. And that was my another holy moly moment. Like, what am I going to do? Right. So at the same time, the universe has it all planned out for you. Right. Like we already know that. And I remember at that same time when I left my marriage, network marketing showed up in my life. And I thought, nope. Don't want anything to do with that kind of stuff. Don't want it. I don't need another business, blah, blah. And I need to focus on growing my massage business because.
Well, you know what? I want to lean into that a little bit, that you are part of network marketing. Often there's misunderstandings about network marketing. It's like in anything, I guess there can be a few bad apples, but network marketing is actually equitable. Anyone at any point can earn more, say, than someone else. And I think people don't understand the difference. So if it's a fit and you want to explore what Karen's involved in, reach out to her because some of the best products are available in network marketing.
Yeah. And I feel like we could probably have a whole other conversation around network marketing because honestly, it is a gateway. If you stay with it, it is a gateway for so many opportunities. Not just network marketing, but so many opportunities, right? And I remember going to an event, Eric Worre, for anybody who's in network market, a lot of people know who Eric Worre is. And I was at one of his events called GoPro. And I remember he said, this was about a year into the business. Oh, sorry, I forgot to say. I eventually, after, turning down my sponsor, probably about 5, 6, 7, 8 times saying I'd show up and never showed up. So those who are, getting frustrated, don't, because, you could find somebody like me on your team.
Right.
But anyway.
And that's the most important part, because it's okay if people say no.
Yeah.
You're going to find yes. You're going to find a wonderful Karen.
Yeah, exactly. Because I'm darned if I'm ever going to give up. So anyway, and I love it. But what happened is that a year into my business, when I went to Eric Ory's GoPro event, he said, if your business and your life hasn't changed, go find out what your blocks are. And I was like, well, shit, my life and my life, my business, nothing's changed other than I'm single and going, now what do I do with myself? Right. So I went up to one of my mentors and I said, okay, Dr. Bob, what do I need to do? I've got this thing called a block and I don't even know what it is. I just know things haven't changed in the last year, 2, 3, 4, whatever, however many years. And I wanted to change. Right. So he said, go hire a coach. Go find somebody who knows health and wellness, who, understands the mind, blah, blah. So anyway, so that's what I did. I hired a coach for the first time. And that's when I started to go, oh my gosh, there is so much more to who we are. And I started learning about how the mind works, how my mind works, this conscious, subconscious mind. I had this issue around success, and that kind of stuff, right? So, and along with a whole bunch of stuff, but it was kind of like, oh, wow, this is fascinating. So she helped me through a lot of things. But I started from there. I started diving deeper into learning more about how does this mind, body, spirit work. And I needed to go on my healing journey because I was so stuck in my past. Right. So in 2018, I used to make New Year's resolutions. And then I discovered,
well, some people don't even know what's blocking them.
Exactly.
And that's okay. That's okay. But that's why coaches are amazing.
Yeah. Because some of the stuff you can't figure out on your own. You think you can, right, but a lot of things you actually can't until you start getting the tools, right? Mm-hmm. So in 2018, I decided, okay, that's it. I'm going on a healing journey. I had no idea what that looked like. All I knew is I was tired of living the way I was. This coach was amazing. She helped me along the way. And I decided to dive deeper into like more of a spiritual journey, I guess, right? Or deeper healing. And I had no idea that was going to lead me to where I was. And some of the baggage that we carry, I didn't come from the most horrible family. Like I had issues with my dad, and I'm the baby of 4 and, and that kind of stuff. But, I was amazed at some of the stuff we carry, and we carry lineage.
Yeah, and then what gets uncovered.
Right?
Mm-hmm. And then it releases. It's so powerful.
Oh my God. Mm-hmm. Oh my gosh. And I'm so grateful for this journey because it really has led me down to this path. And I'm grateful for network marketing because if Eric Worre hadn't have said that, I wouldn't have been on this path. Right. So I'm excited to see where this journey takes me. So that's sort of the short version of all,
Well, and the audience has heard me say this quite a few times, that I believe the best coaches have coaches, period. Yeah. Because we need to grow. Yeah. We need to let go. We need to heal. Sometimes, like you said, we don't even know. We don't even know what's blocking us.
Yeah, mm-hmm. Not a clue. And when we had the first, and this is what got me really into coaching, because when we had the first lockdown, I had to shut down my massage business, right? And I was like, okay, now what am I going to do? Right. And I've wanted to coach. I mean, I coach people anyway. I just never made a business out of it. Right. That's right. So I knew when we had the lockdown, I was like, okay, I need to pivot. Because at that point, we have no idea what's happening in the world, right? So I had to pivot. So I'm like, okay, what do I need to do? I wanted to get on podcast. My friend convinced me into getting into podcasts. So I started becoming a guest because I want to speak more, right? And then I was like, okay, what do I need to do to learn how to be a better coach and turn a business into this, right? And, so again, you end up hiring another coach and, learn this and you take courses and it's so much fun, right? So
I just thought of something.
In my business.
The pandemic helped us pivot so that now we're on purpose.
That's right. It's right. It's so true. It's so true.
So tell us a little bit about your podcast.
Oh my gosh, it's so much fun. So I've been a guest on podcasts for the last 2 years. And then I decided, you know what? I want my own podcast. It's definitely a lot different being the host as it is the guest, right?
Right.
But it's great. You meet so many amazing people. And for me, it's about just make the choice. What can I do to help inspire people? Let people know, like, between myself and, who my guest would be. And it's like, there's so much to learn from everybody. And life doesn't stop, right? Life is just beginning. And I hear a lot of people, especially women my age, our age. I can't remember how old you are, but I think we're maybe around the same age, but I forget. Anyway.
I celebrate 55.
Especially women think like, oh, I'm too old. I can't do this. I have, whatever. And it's like, actually, my life really, truly started when I turned 50. And that was my holy crap moment, right?
Right. So and I love that the research says 50, 60, 70, we're our most productive.
It's so true. It's so true. So, I mean, that's what freedom starts now. It's like, make the decision. The decision starts with you making it.
Yes.
To go, I am done with this life. Nothing has changed. I want a better life for myself, for my family, whatever that is for you. Right. So that's what the Freedom Starts Now podcast is about, to inspire people and to, because podcast is what helped me out. Like I listened.
I just got going with this and I didn't care. Messy action is better than. It's like, why are we trying to all be so perfect?
Yeah. And we don't have to be perfect, right? Like perfect. I don't know. Who told you had to be perfect? We need to leave room to make mistakes so we can grow, and I am a recovering, I don't know, procrastinator, perfectionist, the same thing, but I don't know, maybe there's a bit of a difference, but that all that has to do is because I had to, I don't know. I don't know how much time we have here, but if I can share a little story, I would love to. And I'm going to give you an example, right? I had to, and this is where we get our own frustrations and get angry with things. I had to write a bio. So when I first started doing these podcasts, I had to write a bio. And I was like, I don't know what to say about myself, right? Like, I don't know how to write a bio, not a clue, right? 5 hours of anxiety I had. I was getting angry. I didn't even know why I was angry, but I was like pacing in my house. I was procrastinating. I was doing this. I was doing that. And then all of a sudden, and my dog likes to feed off of my energy. So
animals do.
Yes, he does. And you see me on your networking group. My cat likes to. But anyway, so my dog was like whining and whining and whining, and it was getting me more and more angry. And then I took my cell phone because I got to this point of like, I don't know what to do. I took my phone and I went, and I swore really loud. And I was like, right? And I smashed it on the floor. And then I was like, this is interesting. I guess I have some anger I need to kind of move, right? And I start laughing. I'm like, I really hope my phone is okay. Because here we are in a pandemic and everything's shut down. I don't even know if I can get a new phone if I broke it. So I was like, okay, Karen, what is this about? What is this 5 hours of anxiety and frustration and everything all about? Sit down and journal. Just sit your ass down and let's journal. So I journaled it. Okay, what is this? Be honest. Because this is the hardest thing. This is why people don't like journaling, because this is a place to be honest with yourself, right? Mm-hmm. And it's not easy. So I journaled it. And what ended up being was I didn't feel smart enough because I don't have a university degree. So I was like, okay, let's look at the people out there that don't have a university degree who are extremely successsul. The Bob Proctors, right?
Right, exactly. It's such a gift. I know.
Right? So, and I look at him and I, he's one of my mentors as well. And, and I was like, okay, well, look at how successful he is. And I'm sure there's a lot more people out there. So I was like, okay, he did it. I think he had maybe a high school degree, maybe. I mean, if I'm correct. But, and then
think of the ones who drop out and the ones who, it's significant.
Yeah. And then I was like, okay, what have I accomplished? Well, I graduated from massage school. And then I pulled out, what I did is I pulled out all my certificates. I've taken other courses and workshops and that kind of stuff. I pulled them all out. I was like, oh my God, I am smart. You
Right.
know, I can do this. Okay, let's be resourceful. All right, what do I need to do to be resourceful? We have this thing called Google. Google how to write a bio, or YouTube or whatever. Oh my God, Pam, it took me 10 minutes to do my bio.
Right.
But I had to go through that 5 hours of anxiety.
Well, see, and you were willing, this is why you're so good with your clients. You were willing to ask yourself, what is happening in me?
Yeah.
And so when you are willing to ask yourself the important questions and look within, you set yourself free. And then, of course, what are the questions? Some people don't know. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And we have to go through this. I mean, you know, I've had 5 hours, I've had longer. Over the time now, I've got it down to maybe like shorter of having it. Like if I feel it coming along, it's like, okay, where am I feeling like I'm not good enough? Where am I feeling I'm not worthy enough? Whatever it is, because these emotions, and this is what I help teach my clients, people, is about why do we have emotions and what do they mean? Right. And then teach them the tools to go, so they're not smashing their phones, right? And everybody,
well, have you heard the right?
My phone
listen, so here's the thing, though. You know, when you think of ducks on the lake, and you know they get up and flap their wings. To me, that expression, that release, is you want it out. You want it out of your body. You know what I mean?
Yeah. You know, so this is what I just, you know, these emotions are here for us to grow, not live in the misery, but they're here to teach us something and to grow. Right? It's not great going through, you know, did I love going through that? God, no, I didn't know what the heck was going on. But I had to sit down. Thank God I had the tools, right? To go, okay, let's find out where this is stemming from. Right. So yeah. So that's what I teach people.
Yeah. And I think that's so important, because degree or no degree, you know, I have my doctoral degree, and people may assume that I have somehow arrived. No, I have to keep doing my own growing. It doesn't matter that I have the DR. If I don't have the inner confidence, if you don't have the inner confidence, right? That's really what it's about. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's so important. I'm so glad you went there. It's a big deal.
It you know, it is. And I'm glad, like, when I do go through that, the time is shorter. I don't smash things, right? I would like to get a punching bag, because honestly, it's just energy. Right. Sometimes I want to hit something, but a pillow isn't like, you know, it's too soft, and you know, and you know, I don't want to obviously hit walls and stuff, because then I'm not a violent person. But everybody knows. Everybody goes through that frustration where you're like, I don't know what to do with this. So you either lash out and yell and scream at somebody, you hit something, you do something, smash something. But I don't know about in the US. Do you guys have smash up rooms?
No, do you have that in Canada?
Yeah, well, you have them in the US, because I know, you do. I don't know where in the US, because that's how I heard about it. So we have these things.
And that is awesome, because I think of plates, glass plates. I mean, I've never done it, but how cool would it be to take glass plates? Because, you know, I think of Greek weddings, right? I mean, I don't know if they smash plates at Greek weddings. That's the movie. I'm thinking of the movie, okay? And where, you know, when you break something, or at certain restaurants, everyone celebrates.
But honestly, like, it's like, how much anxiety could probably be healed if you could just go smash things. Honestly. And I don't think but it's like, you know, we've got this energy. You know, this is just energy that's stuck, and we don't know how to let it go, and we don't know what to do with it. And we have anger and a sadness in us, and all this stuff, the guilt, the shame, I mean, all of the above, right? That it's like, we don't know what to do with it.
What is it they say? I don't know who they are, but someone says, isn't anger like covering up like a sadness or something? I think. I don't know.
Fear. We have two emotions, fear and love.
Yeah.
under fear is the anger, right? And then under that, then I think it's like the guilt, the shame, the sadness. I don't know what order it goes in.
Me either.
I think they learned that in NLP. My NLP friend, a coach friend, told me, and I forget the order it went in.
Okay.
And then under love is your joy, your happiness, is, all the good emotions, right?
Mm-hmm.
Started, I watched, I forget what it was. Oh, I took this workshop, and it was the woman's name is Catherine Varga. And if you haven't, and if you don't, I think Google her, right? And she has this soul realigning your soul child or soul realignment. And it was amazing. And one of the things, so you bring it, you're healing some of the child wounds, right? Or inner, child wounds. But one of the things she said was, what would love do?
Oh, wow.
Put a personality to it. Would love talk to people or yourself like that? Or would fear speak to you like that?
Wow,
right?
That's clever, isn't it?
So that's helped me a lot, right? Would love do these actions or speak like this, or would fear do that, right? So that has helped me a lot too. Like there was one day I was out for a walk, and I don't know, I call it the monkey mind was, I don't know, I wasn't having a trip of like, good enough, and it's like, is this how love would talk?
Right? I love it, monkey mind.
What is this? Oh yeah, I could totally the monkey mind.
Right, because that's not helping any of us.
No. So that has helped me out. Is like when I catch certain things, it's like, oh, is this coming love or fear? Right. So I love that.
Well, so let's go from fear to Freedom Fridays. Tell us about your Freedom Fridays.
So yes, thank you.
Okay.
So one of my goals is to help bring joy and laughter into people's lives again, right? Because especially during all this time, as we know, a lot of people are having a hard time, and we're all going through this together, right? So my friend, Kathy Nesbitt, who is a laughter trainer, taught me about introduced laughter yoga to me. And it's not about fancy poses or anything like that. It's about laughing on purpose, right? So I decided.
Do we get to pose and laugh?
Absolutely. It's allowing yourself to bring out that inner child, and let's play, right? Without, judgment, right? Anyway, so Freedom Fridays, we do laughter. We do the laughter yoga. We do breath work, do a little meditation. It's a half an hour every Friday at 12 Eastern time, PM. And if anybody wants to join, I would love to have you on. It's free. You go to my website, 50 and free, and just register for that. So it's fun. It's good. And we need to laugh. We need to, and there's a lot of health benefits to laughter, right? I mean, laughter really is the best medicine, right? So,
it's so important. It's so important to laugh. Man.
Yeah, we get the dopamine hit, right? The happy hormone.
All right, now we're gonna two more things. Let's talk about, because I know your biggest joy is coaching your clients and horses. I love animal people, and when I found out we see each other somewhat regularly on Wednesdays, so I know the animals you love, right? I see them. I see pictures of horses. Anyway, tell us a little bit about it.
Well, the coaching clients we know, right? Like, I just like helping people, and especially when they come back and say, Karen, wow, you really made a difference in my life, or I've been waiting or praying for somebody, like a change of some sort, right? So, and that just brings me joy, right? And horses have saved my life in so many ways. The nature, the being outside, they're very healing. And what I love about horseback riding is that you can't think about anything else but you and the horse. And that's the beautiful thing. And I love the smell of them. Oh my God, do I love the smell of them.
And am I right? Am I right about this? A person told me back in the day when I used to compete in dance, she grew up around horses too. And she said, when it is just you and the horse and you're riding, there's such a communication in that silence and in that connection from horse to like the legs and the way you guys ride. I mean, she never explained it exactly, but it seems even from you now that it's quite profound.
Yes, it is. It is. And they're just, I sometimes look at it as, here you can ride this animal that's, maybe
Enormous.
1,800 pounds, 1,400 pounds, whatever size of horse. And you actually can control the horse by this little bit. Right. And I mean, we have to be gentle with them and stuff. Right. But, it just amazes me that you can get I can't even explain it really. You can just get this connection with them and you become a team. I mean, I was showing a long time ago and then I got out of that world, but, yeah. And you just become a team. So it's really cool. It's very grounding and very just, that's it. Yeah.
I love it. I love it. And then, tell people what you're working towards. I am always I don't know who to give credit for this, but I'm big on speak what you seek until you see what you said.
Oh, I like that. That is a good one. So, yeah, one of my goals is I really want to run a retreat. I have no idea what that's going to look like. It'll be some kind of healing retreat, right? I can see me being in Costa Rica. I remember when I went to Costa Rica and it was like, I felt at home. I was like, oh, I'm home. Look at that. So I know I need to be there. And I mean, who knows? I don't know where that's going to take me, but I would love to run retreats, some kind of healing, maybe have some kind of djembe drumming and yoga. I don't know. We'll see. Right. And it has to have lots of good food. And I'd love to be a keynote speaker. Mm-hmm. Like I would love to be on stage. This is where I'm working towards. So doing the podcast and, taking opportunities, networking on your group and, and doing all these, going on to places where I can speak. I've never been on stage. Okay. So I'm super excited other than walking across when I got, something with the network marketing, when we get our recognition, you get to walk across stage. Oh my God, this is so great. Everybody's clapping and cheering and all happy. I like this. So yeah, so that part I like, but I would like to be a speaker on stage.
Mm-hmm. Well, you can impact so many lives that way too. Right. Oh man.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I want to impact people's lives on a bigger scale.
Right.
So yeah.
And then let's wrap up with this. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
If I could have any guest here, who would you like to meet?
Oh my gosh. I don't know. That's a great question. Who
you inspired this? I want to let the audience know. Here's why. There was something about your retreats and your keynote, being a keynote speaker. And I said to myself, wait a minute. And it instantly made me remember, speak what you seek until you see what you said. So I thought, now what we're going to do is let's ask people, any guest. If I could have any guest here, who would you like to meet?
Oh, I don't even know who I would like to meet. You know who I'd like to meet one day? I would love to meet Oprah. That would be, or you know what? Or Lisa Nichols. Actually, both of them. But I love Lisa Nichols. Like, I'm not sure if you know who she is.
I don't know.
Oh my God, YouTube her. She's another one I listen to a lot of. Okay. Or Maria Forleo. I would love to meet her.
Wow.
Yeah, there's a few out there, but okay. Yeah.
All right. So cool. I know it's good. Now, listen, anyone who wants to get in touch with Karen, there's her website on the screen, and the Freedom Fridays, 12 o'clock Eastern, right?
Yep.
And let's remind people when your podcast.
The first and third Thursday at 1 p.m. on the Breakthrough Show. At 1 o'clock Eastern time PM.
Okay. All right. And I want to thank Karen for being here today. And I know I get to see you again this week, and you are anyone who works with you is going to be transformed. It's like,
thank you.
Yes. Okay. We'll see each other this Wednesday.
Yeah.